Good morning to all. We're glad to have y'all here today with the Watkinsville Garden Club. And our host and hostess today are Michael Durr and Bonnie Durr, and we want to thank them very much for inviting us to their home. One of the important factors is restroom facilities. So, Bonnie, where are they exactly? So you find Bonnie and she'll lead you to the bathroom in case you need to take care of that. So it is today happens to be the National Day of Prayer. And I actually went to the prayer breakfast in Athens. God was there. So we're glad to see him there. But Carol Nimmons was also there. So she and I are doing double duty today. Carol's going to come up now and lead us in our devotion. Where are you, Carol? Okay, here you go.
Okay, how's that? Okay, we welcome spring on March the 19th with more daylight and flowers popping up and trees with fresh green looks. It's a rebirth of nature and its beauty. Many verses in the Bible praise the beauty of the earth, but there are old hymns which do the same. For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. And then another one, fair are the meadows, fair still the woodlands, robed in the blooming garb of spring. Jesus is fairer, Jesus is pure, who makes the woeful heart to sing. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, he made their glowing colors, he made their tiny wings. And where do you get an unlimited supply of nature's goodness? In your garden, tendered and cultivated with love, patience, and appreciation for nature. Love your garden, care for it, pay attention to everything it says, and watch your own personal bit of nature thrive and nurture through God's creation.
Thank you, Carol. I don't have a flag to make a pledge. You don't have one. Well, let's all stand and we'll say a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice forever. Thank you. Have a seat. Your minutes were circulated by email, and I have a copy here if you did not get one, that you can get one from me. Does anyone have any changes or corrections to the minutes from our meeting last month? I think that I want to thank Judy for doing this, and so if not, we'll consider these minutes approved. How about our treasurer's report? Judy Morrow?
We were luckier this time because I got the bank statement yesterday, which always makes me feel better. All right, hold on just a second. Let me turn back. All right, so I want to give the bank. The amount in the bank said that we had $3,714.39 after all the checks were done, and then we had a $40 deposit only $40 deposit last month. So then I get a call from, or an email from Pam, and she said, I have some money. I guess her being the president before, Penny Pines, and then 2 memberships, the last 2 memberships. So yeah, she put the deposit in the bank. I did it in the QuickBooks. So according to the QuickBooks, we have $3,768.39, and according to the bank, I'm going to go back and give that number again for the record.
Hold that mic closer to
I'm sorry, I got to hold it up here. Let me see if I can do that. I can't turn this back. My finger won't let me. All right, for the bank, it's $3,714.39. Okay. Oh, and one other thing. Who was it? Who asked me for membership forms? I got them right here. All right, thank you.
Great. So membership forms, be sure to get a copy of that to our membership committee, everything. So thank you for the treasurer's report there, Judy. We're coming up on our plant sale. Penny, you want to come up and give us a quick update on the plant sale?
Hello. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the plant sale date has been changed. In case you missed that email that went out, the new date is May the 22nd. So do not come this Saturday. There will not be anybody there. Bring your plants on May the 22nd. We are advertising in the Oconee Enterprise. There's a small box ad in the under the yard sales. So we're going to do that for 4 weeks leading up to the sale. We're also on Facebook and on the Watkinsville Garden Club website. There's a new sign-up sheet that's going around now. If you would please volunteer for some time on that morning. The hours are from 8 until 1, and you can sign up for 1 hour or as many hours as you like. And the last thing is please bring plants that morning and other stuff that you might have, books, pots, garden tools, anything that you think a fellow gardener would like. And go ahead and price them for us so that we're not kind of rushed around that morning doing that. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. Anybody have any questions about the plant sale? Wonderful. Hope everybody will be participating in that. She'll need help. Do you have enough tables?
I have 4 tables.
She has 4 tables, so I can bring these if you need a couple of more. So we'll have that. And it'll be downtown right next to the farmer's market. And also, we understand OCAF has got an event going on that day, so we hope there'll be good traffic in downtown Watkinsville. Speaking of sign-up sheets, I've got a couple of sign-up sheets here. I sent out an email sign-up about committee assignments. But if you did not register on that email, you can do it here while you're here. And the various committees, just sign your name. If it looks like it's filled up and you want to serve on that committee, just make it out to the side. We'll get you on there. Everybody needs to serve on at least one committee, and nobody's limited to one committee. If you want to serve on more than one committee, that's fine too. But please, and if you don't sign up, we honor the draft. So we will send you into service somewhere with our club. In the minutes, it mentions our club YouTube channel. That the Watkinsville YouTube channel is active. I don't know if you've been there yet. So far, we've got 3 videos that have been posted. We had a video from the April meeting. I had a video from Mary Davis's birthday party, and then I've gone around. I did a garden tour with Jane Bath, and that video has been posted. I'm working on one now with Eileen Somerville. I just spoke with Lisa Douglas about doing one with hers. Hopefully Michael Doe will be able to do one here. Just some value-added benefits to the garden club. Eventually, I'm going to get transferred over the video from the Gold Star, Blue Star marker. Right now, it's on my YouTube channel page, but I want to transfer it or post it also on the Watkinsville Garden Club page. It's just a more logical place for it to reside and everything. So now, I'm not the only one that can make these videos. You guys, if you want to make a video of something, if you go somewhere and you see something, you want to make a video of it, go ahead and do it. I'll figure out how to get it posted if you can figure out how way to get it to me. But it's just a way for us to expand the reach of the garden club and do some extra things. Have you been to our club website lately? The club website is up and active. Mary Ann Finley is doing a good job of keeping that active. If you go there, one of the things that's currently posted is a number of our garden club members have made their gardens available for private tours, in effect. So include Frank and Cheryl Johnson, Jane and Nick Bath, Phyllis and Al Rother, Eileen Somerville, and Alan and Marie Nimmons Carroll's son and daughter-in-law. So those are things that if you are looking for something to do and want to walk around a beautiful garden, there's contact information there, how to call and arrange that ahead of time. Don't just show up, but just try to make an appointment ahead of time and get a chance to make a tour. Let's see here. All right, committee reports. Do we have any reports from any of our committees that need to be made right now? Anybody?
I brought a card today for Faye Grayson. It's supposed to be passed around. There it is, see it. She will be 99 next week. She is the oldest surviving member of our garden club now. She's been a member for years and years. If you don't know her, please sign it because she'd love to have it. And then garden therapy, we won first place in state and first place in Deep South. And our Smoky Bear, well, we didn't have Smoky Bear, but it's just a Woodsy Owl this year because it was the 50th anniversary of Woodsy Owl. We only made the report last month, but we did have one state honorable mention. We could not go to the school to make the presentations because we couldn't make connections, but Judy has taken them and they are taking pictures and she will send them to Rachel.
Thank you, Shirley. Well, Shirley has done a wonderful job with the garden therapy over the years, and that's a testament to the work she's done by the fact that we won those prizes. So, again, congratulations to the club members and everybody who participated and everything, and it's a great project. Good committee. That's a good committee chair who deflects the credit to those who worked with her, and that's the way it works here. We will be successful when we all work together. All right, just a couple of things if you're interested, just some details to know. The statewide convention this year has been canceled and because of COVID. The national convention has been canceled because of COVID. So those types of activities will not be going on. I don't know if they're going to do any kind of online type of replacement or not. But if we find that out, we'll send it out through the email recognition that Cheryl does a great job of getting that type of information out. Just for your information, the president in the state this year, I believe, is Peggy Tucker. She's from our district, the Azalea district. So she is the statewide president this year. The national news, just to give you an update there, they have a project here. They've been talking about Plant a Tree project. And so they like to get a report of the trees that you planted. So how many of you have planted trees lately? Well, let's send in a report. It doesn't matter how big a tree, how many trees, what kind of tree it is. I've got some forms here. I'm going to send these out email so you can print them out at home too. But if you planted a tree recently, get one of these reports. Right at the top is the email address of where to send it to. You can send it. I'd like you to send it to me so I can keep up with which members of our club are doing this. And it just asks for the date, just a month and year, how many you planted, what type of tree, the location, and I've already filled in the name of our club and our garden club number so that will give credit to the Watkinsville Garden Club as far as the reporting goes. So these forms are up here at the table, so if you want one of these, pick it up before you leave and everything. Just a couple of events to make you aware of. This is the Cherokee Garden Library is having an online event May the 12th. Jennifer Jewell, she's a host of some public radio program and a podcast, and she's going to introduce a book, The Earth in Her Hands, 75 Extraordinary Women Working in the World of Plants. Now you have to go online to register, but it is free. So I'll put just a link out and send you that in an email, so look for that. Also, there's Saturday, May the 15th, if you want to go to Fayetteville, you can go to the Cultural Landscape Foundation to explore the town at Trilith. Anybody heard of the town at Trilith? It's a 235-acre new urbanist community located adjacent to Trilith Studios, one of the largest purpose-built movie studios in North America, and will be the largest geothermal community in the U.S. So that's Saturday. That's May 15th. Also, May 15th, Hartwell is having its Blue Star dedication. I don't know the exact time of day. I don't know the time of day for that, but that's in Hartwell. On Saturday, May 15th, you can go to the Monroe Walton Center for the Arts Garden Tour, Nature Meets Art. That is at 10 to 4. And on May 31st, the city of Roswell will do what we did. They will dedicate a blue star and a gold star marker, and that's going to be 10 o'clock at City Hall. Schedule for Gibbs Gardens. Okay, of when things are in bloom. So let's, any of you have been to Gibbs Gardens at Ball Ground, Georgia? Is that where it is? It's a nice little drive, but it's worth the drive. And so this time of year, the rhododendrons will be in full bloom, roses full bloom, hydrangeas, and water lilies. So they've got a lot of stuff that's really very colorful in May. It does cost to go. You can get an annual pass, or you can just pay for the day trip if you'd like. So that's, but which we got here from Lois is just the schedule of when things are in bloom if you want to schedule a trip. So I'll leave these up here as well.
Can I say something?
You can if you come up here and get the microphone.
I discovered a garden. We went to Lake Lure about 3 weeks ago for the week. They had a bridge in their town that I think it was an old rail bridge, and they took the bridge because the railway went away, and they made a garden.
Use that microphone.
They made a garden out of the bridge. And I had a brochure, and I meant to bring it, and I forgot.
Where is this now?
At Lake Lure, North Carolina, up there at Chimney Rock. It is really one of the most interesting things I've ever seen, how someone took something, because the bridge itself had beautiful balustrades. They didn't destroy it, they just enhanced it. And they had all kinds of things, trees. They had the Franklin tree. Y'all know what the Franklin tree is? Okay, they had a Franklin tree. It's the first time I'd ever seen one. Anyway, I was very impressed with this bridge. So I just want to tell you about it. It was different. I know, that's where we went.
Film Dirty Dancing there.
Such a perfectionist that it was supposed to be filmed in the summer and it turned into
It was
fall.
cold.
So they painted all the trees green.
Painted the trees green in the fall filming. I tell you, that's a budget there when you can do that. Also, you might not know about Pendleton King Park, which has been granted arboreta status. It's in Augusta. It's a fairly new park that's been open. It's 64 acres, a bird sanctuary, so it's not a very long drive, so that may be a place that you want to go and visit sometime in the future.
Where's that?
Yeah, okay.
The name again, the name of it.
Pendleton King Park. And I'll send out an email about this. So if I mention something, I'll send out an email to everybody just to kind of give you a report, and maybe with a link of where you can find some information about it. So if you want to plan your own road trip. I had some other things down here. Maybe you've been to Founders Memorial Garden, which is over at UGA, of course. It's a very close thing. It's just 2.5 acre little site that they've got over there. It's a very historic place. The Marshall Forest, that's in southeast of downtown Rome. It's a very big place. It has 300 species of plant, 55 tree species. You ever been there, Mike? Okay. So, and then she mentioned down near Savannah, there's the Woodsmanston Plantation and Botanical Garden in the Savannah area. So lots of places. If you're not taking an out-of-town trip, maybe you make a day trip to go see a garden somewhere. So, okay. Well, so I was about to say this, we got some door prizes and things to give away, but I don't have our ticket list. So who is savvy enough on a smartphone that they could look up right now, random birthday generator? Sarah's trying that, Cindy's trying it. See if you can find random birthday generator. Yeah, just it'd be on the web, random birthday generator, and then we can just click that and pick birthdays, and if your birthday comes up, you'll win a prize. So I think that would be as quick a way to do it as anything without having to pass out some. Has anybody got it yet? All right, that was the first one, was December 18th, but we're not there yet. So when I get ready, I'll call on you, Cindy. So we'll do that. Now, without further ado, the guy that I'm going to introduce doesn't need an introduction. I mean, everybody here knows who Michael Doyle is, don't you? I mean, he is world famous, world renowned, plus he's a prince of a guy, even if he did go to Ohio State University, the Ohio State University. But you see what he's got on? He's got on a Georgia Bulldog visor. So Mike's going to come up and share with us and maybe do a little bit of, we'll have a chance to walk around later on, but I want to give him a chance to come up and just say what he wants to say. I don't even know what's going to come out of his mouth. So Mike, come on up.
Neither do I. That was a great meeting. It was short. Oh, keep me. I feel like I'm a little constrained by this thing. Where else can I stick it? I got a low-hanging shorts. Yeah, where's my wife at? I couldn't find her. She's usually hiding in the bushes. Oh, hey, buddy. I went inside. I go, Bonnie, but she's out under the elm tree, the little small fry that we found over in East Athens. Well, welcome to the Door Garden. We've been here 12 years, 12th growing season. Everything that was in this confines and surrounds you, and this is an acre where our house sits, was not here except for that big willow oak out front. We planted everything. We lovingly planted everything except I had a little help from my son Matt. We had to wrestle in some 32-inch root balls, which weigh about 400, 500 pounds, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's stuff. Somebody says, what do you use for fertilizer? 10-10-10 every year, February, March. One-time application, maybe late May, if something looks a little peaked or whatever. Otherwise, we let it rip. Bonnie is an avid pruner, and kind of keeps things in line. You notice we don't have any meatballs at this garden. I hope we don't have any meatballs in front of me. Those are shrubs that are okay. I didn't know if you were going to go there with me. But we've enjoyed it. It's spiritual. It's I think it's also from an exercise standpoint, it's one of the great activities. And since your plant sale was mentioned, I got a couple things to talk about, but since your plant sale was mentioned, we'll talk about plants behind me, giveaways in a second. Plant sale was mentioned. Frank asked me if I had any more hydrangeas. Frank always asks me if I have any more hydrangeas. But you guys had a lot of success. 2 years ago, Frank, 3 years ago? It was amazing. In fact, it's a wonder he's still alive after he was besieged by hydrangea files. But we got a lot of giveaways. They got frosted, and I can chop them back. You come out tomorrow, and maybe Blake, and see if you want them, and you could sell them for $15, and we've got 16 different maternal parents. So we've got a real range of things. We can help your plants, so I think, significantly. Also, if my colleagues go along with it, we'll do this too. I bought these back for, let me get one. Looks halfway decent. Bought these away for giveaway. We breed gardenias. And, this is a 1-year seedling, by the way. Actually, it isn't even 1 year since it was transplanted. It was transplanted 7/1/2020, so the seed was germinated last year. We can bring them into flower in pretty much a single season. Sometimes first year, everything second year. And you see they're loaded with buds. Well, those are I call them throwaways. We throw away 99.95% of what we breed. And it's a sin. But what the biggest worry we have is a plant breeding company. We are a plant breeding company. We sold our first iteration. We're in our second iteration. And some smart guy like Frank's going to go home and say, you know what? This is better than anything I've seen on the market. I think I'll take it and patent it and trademark it and license it to some grower. And we shouldn't be paranoid about it, but it has happened. So anyway, we can give a bunch of these away, Frank. These will be in bloom. You got another couple weeks till plant sale. Is that right? So we have a ton of these. Anyway, take these home with you today. So we're a bit hesitant about throwing stuff away, but I've got a bunch of hydrangeas that I think could serve you well. And you made a ton of money the last time, and your budget is down to what I hear, $3,700 or something. You guys need money. So the way to do that is, notice how we handle those plants. Now, the most exciting thing was what I heard when you said, plant a tree. I love noble trees. In fact, I love noble trees almost as much as I love my wife. That's dubious too, isn't it? Second in line. And oaks are noble of all trees actually in the world, but certainly in eastern North America. We have something like 30-some species in the southeast. And I think at one time or another I'll probably try to germinate them all. And as you walk around here, I don't know if you've been listening. You hear the birds? There's a million birds in here. They love Mike Dare. They write his love notes. They love Bonnie Dare. They write her love notes. And you think I'm kidding. You know why? Because we don't. The trees produce insects. And birds fatten themselves to their young on caterpillar larvae. Anybody got this book? Is that Lisa back there? I can barely see you. No, I can see. You got your hat on. You're hiding in the bushes. Most important book I've read. I'm not fully through it. I can only get about 10. I get too much going on a day, so I read 10, 15 pages and put it down. But this is pretty much what I say life in North America is all about if you want to sustain it. Plant a stinking tree. Not a stinking tree, a noble tree. In this case, an oak. It's easy to do. In fact, to show you what I do, I've given millions of oaks away. Lisa may have been the recipient of some. I will collect acorns in the fall. This is a project for your garden club to take into schools. The hell with fooling around with butterfly weed, which is okay, up to a point. You can have the little children out, picking up acorns, put them in a bucket, which you do. 10 seeds. Some of you heard me with this line before. They all germinate. Plant them in the fall. Make sure you cover them so the rodents don't get them. They'll come up this year. I planted some last year. I got a whole slew of 3-gallon containers full of 10 nuts, 10 acorns. I pick them out the next year. I put them in a 3-gallon bucket, and this is what I get. And these are ready to go in the ground. I even got a label on it. This is Crocus bicolor. And that's a nice little tree that could go anywhere, in a park, you name it, a school ground. And some of you don't remember this. When I built the new high school, Susan was in school there, and I went down to get the planting list. Ken Bell and I are friends who worked on the highway project. I said, what'd you put that thing in for? What'd you put that thing in? What'd you put that thing in for? And I just drove by the other day coming home from our company. And what did I see? What is the largest tree on the school grounds? They're oaks. They're not maples. They're not anything else. They're oaks. They're not elms. So think of it. People say they're slow growing. They are not slow growing. They will grow 2 to 3, especially willow oak, 2 to 3 feet a year. And the most important thing, Lisa, is how many caterpillar species did they feed? You got it. Think about that. So when you're feeding the caterpillars, you're feeding the birds, you're making the world a better place. And if you read this book, which is only about $24, it's amazing. I've been on programs with Talami. He talks faster than I do, which is pretty damn scary, right, buddy? In fact, what he's done, you don't really know what he said, so you got to buy the book, which is a pretty good point. Now, what we have for you, we'll walk around the garden. I don't know how much time I got, but you haven't run away yet. Whenever we do have our drawing, however you're going to do it, I just hold one up. You guys recognize this? You guys get a Thalman seal? This is an amazing plant. I grow these from little divisions, and go ahead. I grow these from little divisions, and these were grown last year. I popped them out of the pot. I should have, the roots of the dirt will fall out. So we got 10 of these for you, and I was discussing plants and that we find in patent, etc. And this is a hydrangea that Bonnie and I found. Where, Bonnie?
Is this rock and roll?
It is rock and roll.
Connecticut.
Oh, geez, you gave it away.
I said it was Connecticut. I didn't say where. Connecticut.
Don't get mad. Anyway, we found this far away from Georgia, and it was able to secure cuttings, bring it home. It's a mop-head version of Twist and Shout. And if you don't know Twist and Shout, it's actually one of the best. It was bred at UGA, and it's actually accrued over $1 million in royalties to the UGA Research Foundation, and it's all over the world. And this mop-head sport, mop-heads outsell lace caps 10 to 1. So if you think about the potential for this. Anyway, Bonnie and I were able to secure a few cuttings, brought it back, tested. This was July of 2017, brought it back, tested it, and you can see this little square of a plant is kicking out flower buds. So there's 10 of these. So it's called Rock and Roll. It's in commerce. I just got a photo from yesterday from Price Corner Farm up in Lebanon, Connecticut, and say, Mike, this is your plant. And the best thing, you know what? The best thing about this is, tell them, Bonnie, 60 cents. 60 cents. It's beautiful, but 60 cent royalty per plant. You know where that goes? Gardenias, I mentioned, these are yours. You can fight over these. And then we're still moving here. As many of you know, I love tomatoes, and I planted some. I have more to plant. But I've grown a nice crop this year. These are a Celebrity. A Celebrity, which has always been one of the biggest. It's a nice big round one, about 7-ouncer. And got good root systems, and you can take a Celebrity home, or I have a new one that I tried to find a tomato that's totally resistant to blight, which is, I think, almost impossible. But this is a new one called, I think, make sure I got to say it. This is Saybrook. And I got another one coming, Jolene, and then there's some other ones here, and they all got labels on them. And the last thing to give away, and if you want me to dig anything out of the garden, I'll do that for you too. But these are Baptisia, and this is amazing. We'll divide these up. This is all from lemon meringue from my garden seed. They all hybridized with everything else in the back garden, but this is what came out. This is what came out of lemon meringue. This is about 4 years old. But isn't that a beauty? Yeah, and what you will find on Baptisia, the wild blue indigo, or false indigo, is that the range of colors out of a seedling population is unbelievable. So what you will get out of this would be whites, yellows, bicolors, purples, and maybe even brown ones. We have brown ones. So I have this place is 3.5 acres. We bought an extra lot. We gave Katie, our daughter, a couple to build a house. We got a pollinator garden on the other side of Katie's. Anybody got enough ambition, want to walk up and take a look? It's rich with Amsonia, rich with Baptisia, rich with pollinator plants. So I love the pollinators. I think I got about 7 oaks planted in there too. So that's enough preaching. That's all you can stand, I think, for one fell swoop. And Bonnie's got some snacks for you, and I'll let the boss take over. You should be.
Well, I was going to say this. I've done a quick count here, and he says he's got about 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, and several of these. I think there's enough for everybody to take home and plant without us having to go through the process. But to be somewhat orderly, she picked December the 18th. So anybody whose birthday's in December, come on up and get your plant right now. December, come and get a plant. Any December, if your birthday's in December, it's Christmas in May for you, come up and get a plant.
on the table.
Now, the plant on the table, you can't take that one. That stays here. Yes, you can get one of those gardenias. You can, get any of these down here. You can have a hydrangea. Yes. Tomato plants. All right, January birthdays, come on up. January birthdays, come on.
Like these are trays, rather divide these up. There's about 10 to 20 plants in a single plant here. Otherwise, maybe it's easier just to get the whole thing.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah. So January birthdays, come on up, get a plant. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It doesn't matter. Any day in January. Yes.
Fridays in May, 10 to 2.
Okay. All right. Lisa says her garden is open Fridays from 10 to 2. So, in May. All right. February. Come on up, February.
Keep going for me.
All right. That's fine. Proxy's okay. All right. March. Come on up if your birthday's in March.
Hey, bring that gardenia back. Look at that.
Any gardenias left?
There's one gardenia left. We got some of the hydrangeas there. Okay. All right. April birthdays. Come on up. Did I skip March? No. Did I skip March? Come on up, March. By the way, we also have some. If we run out of those plants, we have some door prizes here. We give those away too. So don't forget, we got tomato plants. We've got these Baptisia here. All right. Is that all of our March and Aprils? Okay. Anybody whose birthday is this month, May, come up, be May days. All right. Carol Nimmers, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right. All right, go ahead. There you go. Got some Solomon seal, hydrangeas, tomato plants, Baptisia.
Hey, John.
You can probably get a couple of tomato plants if you want. Yeah, go ahead. All right, come on up for June. June birthdays. Wait a minute, you only been up here once. Somebody's got to police this, you know. All right, July. Come on up, July. We're trying to make this as quickly and orderly as possible because I know y'all want to walk around and see Dr. Durr's garden. Okay. All right, August. Come on up, August.
Hi there, how are you?
While we're doing this, do we have any visitors here today? Okay, tell me who your visitor is. Who's our visitor? Tell me your name. Lauren Wright. All right, Lauren, are you a guest of someone? John, way to go. Be sure to take a picture now, okay? We have to put that for the scrapbook, all right? Well, Lauren, we have some membership application forms we'll get to you later on, all right? September, did we get August? Oh, we have another guest, Kay Petroff. Now, Kay, are you a guest of Cheryl? And how do you know Cheryl? All right, Master Gardener. Are you a Master Gardener? In the process. They say she's a Master Gardener. All right, we got September coming up. I'm a September. I'll get a Solomon seal. What's this one sprouting up here with this Solomon seal, Mike? Is this a freebie?
Well, you get 2 for 1.
What is that in there?
You got a yellow buckeye with a blue tornado.
All right, I got a 2 for. Okay, good for me. All right. October. Any October birthdays? Come on up, Eileen, Sarah. Ellen is my videographer today. Doing a great job. Got tomato plants and a few Solomon seal left. All right, November. And that's it. You guys are the last ones. And we have door prizes here. Tomato plants.
Oh, that's what I'm going to take, but you can take whatever you want.
A Solomon seal. It's a... Mike, you're not giving away these over here, are you?
I don't know, I saw somebody walking off with a pink
Some are celebrity.
This is a, looks like a... You're not giving those away. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Just...
There's a story here. I don't know if anybody's got it. All right.
Since everybody's come through, this was left, so let's do another random birthday generator. Give me a random... Oh, okay, Violet. Come on up, Violet. Oh, Sarah? Go ahead, Sarah. All right, Sarah, you... To the last shall be first. Which way?
Should we put, remember where Atticus and the dogs, I'll put that in there.
All right.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay, Violet, you won out on this. You're going to get the tree. So come on up, Violet. All right, good deal. And it's got a scientific name on it. It says Copinus Newport. So take a picture of it when you plant it and let us know. Okay. Questions? Yes.
Yeah, I like to Japanese holly. Wait a minute, one more plant.
Hey, when somebody walk by this is here, help me here. I need your hand. Oh my goodness. Huh? I guess the question is, would you buy this? And for color in the garden, I've got one out in the shade garden out here in my hydrangea garden. Okay, so we still have some more door prizes here. We have some socks. These come from your own sheep?
That's a thank you gift to Bonnie and
Oh, okay, that's for the doors. So Mike, here you go, keep your feet warm.
Hey, they're beauty.
So that's from Lisa, your friend back
I
there.
love Lisa.
All right. All right, we have a 2-slice toaster appliance cover. So give me a random birthday generator. 16th. Who's got a birthday close to June 16th?
January 10th.
That's not it. What do you got? June 14th? Anybody closer than June 14th? All right, here you go. You got your appliance toaster cover. We got another one of those. Give me another birthday. July the 12th. That's when my daughter and son-in-law got married. July 9th. That's 3 days off. Anybody closer? July 8th. Oh, sorry. 9th is closer. Do your math. That's only 3 as opposed to 4. And we're giving away the Chia Taz. Is that a door prize? Maybe we should give this as a host gift. What do you think?
Somebody with grandchildren?
All right. Give me a random birthday generator. What do we got? October 22nd. 15th? She's 7 days away. Ellen, you are the lucky winner.
What I've always wanted.
Give that to Carlton. He'll figure out something to do with that. So they go together.
They all go together.
Okay, so we have here, and I'll just open up the napkin.
There's all three.
This is the napkin holder here. So there you see. And there's salt and pepper shakers to go with it. So how about another random bird? May 22nd. Who's close to May 22nd? May 20th.
All right.
All right, here we go, Lisa. All right, there you go.
Thanks for telling me about this random birthday.
It's a good way to do something like this quickly. We also there's the random number generator if you have to actually give numbers to people. We've used that before. Okay, now, did everybody get a chance to sign the card for Faye? If you didn't, it's up here on the front. And Shorty said she's our oldest member. Actually, she's the longest term member. Mary Davis still kicking, and she's 100, and we just had her 100th birthday. We may get to do this again next year. How about that? 2 consecutive years with 100-year birthdays. That's amazing. All right, so, Michael, you're going to let folks, they wander as they choose. Is that right? And I'm going to get him wired up, and he's going to go around and talk, and you can follow him. I'm going to videotape it. If you can't get close enough to see it, I'll post that on the video as well. Yes. You have a guest, too. Oh, I'm sorry. Tell us your name.
Linda Schroeder.
Linda Schroeder. And how do you know Mary Lily?
We've danced together for 27 years.
Dancers. Wow. Who knew? Okay, we've got video. You want to come up and do a demo? All right. Well, Linda, we're glad to have you with us today. All right, great. Oh, and Jim Reynolds is here, Emily's husband, Jim. Jim's our Rotarian. I don't even count him as a visitor. I see him so much. Glad to have you with us, Jim.
And I'm a visitor.
Judith Williams. Now, are you a guest of anyone, Judith? You just showed up. Well, we're glad to have you. I tell you what, we welcome party crashers, and you're welcome here. So, again, Bob Cummings is a visitor. That's Ann's better half there. Glad to have you with us, Bob. Okay.
I have one thing to say about
All right, Emily?
The Garden Club of America National Garden Week is coming up in June. We are forming a committee. We've been a committee 2 days. Joyce Hardigree is helping, and so is Pam. If you are interested in working with us, please see me before you leave. This is going to be kind of quick, but it wasn't done last year because of the COVID situation. But we have always done this, and it's really a great thing because it proves that we are a federated club and have been from the very beginning. So if you have an interest in National Garden Week, just please see me before you leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. So that's coming up the first week in June, first full week in June? 6th through the 12th. We will be having a meeting that week. We don't yet know where. In the COVID world, you have to be flexible and be able to dance, so to speak. So just stay tuned and we'll let you know where. It will still be the standard time, 10 o'clock. The board is talking about whether we want to bring food back. Tell me how y'all feel about that. Y'all like that? Okay. Well, we'll figure that out, and maybe we'll have a lunch the next time we get together. So I know that's something. It's a great time to have fellowship and everything. Now, Mike has got some snacks over here for us, and Bonnie, and so a little bit of bottle of water, or apple juice. So if you want to get a quick refreshment or something like that. Yes, Eileen.
I have a book I'd like to recommend to everybody. You will not be able to put it down. It's about trees and our human relationship to trees. It's fiction. It was on the national bestseller. It won the national bestseller award. You will not be able to put it down. It's called Overstory. Has anybody read it? It's good, right, Jane? I can't remember the author, but I do remember the name of the book, Overstory. I got it from the library, so you can get it from there. But I highly recommend it.
Richard Towers.
All right, and seeing Jane and Rosemary, I did not get give them a chance to horticulture report. Y'all have anything today?
I think we are surrounded by those fabulous horticulture.
Surrounded by fabulous horticulture. Okay. Joey, go ahead.
The farmers market, the Oconee Farmers Market is finally going to open on the 15th, May 15th from 9 to 12. Please come visit us.
And Eileen recommended the book. She recommended to me a video the other day called The Gardener. Anybody who has Amazon Prime, it's a free thing on Amazon Prime. It's about an hour and a half length. And it's about a man named Mr. Cabot, who developed a garden in Quebec, near Quebec, Canada. And it's a fascinating video, one that you can watch many times, as Eileen has done so. I think she knows it by heart by now. So anyway, all right. Having said that, if you want to get up and stretch your legs, the meeting itself is, quote, adjourned, but I'm going to get Mike set up here and get him wired up, and we'll do some walking around. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in June.